Come on, you. Every time. Since you have all been loving the Flatzoid series so much, we are once again going to take a look at his debunking of Professor Dave's famous Globebuster video. And incidentally, he hasn't taken the first two parts of this little mini-series very well. As you can see, he has released two videos in response. Simon is clueless and Simon is under pressure. I see what you did there, Flatzoid. So, what do we do with that then? Keep going, of course. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a massive thank you to the sponsors of today's video, Raycon. Raycon's wireless earbuds, headphones and speakers offer premium sound, useful features, an almost custom comfortable fit, and up to 54 hours of battery life. Anyone you gift them to will find a use for them right away. Whether they use the speakers to start a party in the living room, or escape the party completely and use the earbuds for some much needed Zen meditation. And as the person gifting them, then you've got to love the fact that they start at half the price of other premium audio brands. Personally, I'll be getting some for my youngest sister, who still, would you believe it, in this day and age, uses those rubbish wired headphones. I think we can all agree it's okay for a big brother to call his little sister a noob, so she'll be getting a new pair of Raycons. And as usual, the Christmas songs have already come out, so I've been using mine to get in the mood whilst working. Click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/SimonDan to get 15% off site-wide with the code HOLIDAY. There will also be new pop-up deals every day with Raycon's countdown to Christmas. And I'll try and keep the description box updated with the latest offers. But you can always go to buyraycon.com/SimonDan to get the best deals available for Raycon. And from the 13th to the 20th of December, you'll get free express shipping when you spend over $85 and use the code HOLIDAY. Right, back to today's video, which, as I said at the start, is the continuation of Flatzoid's response to Professor Dave. We had just finished the argument from Professor Dave that flat earthers always use the 8 inches per mile squared. And we move on to how they always say that water is always level. Here we go.
Let's get back to this video. Is it showing? I really hope so. Okay. This guy's failing miserably.
All flat earthers say the same two things about water. The first is water doesn't curve. And the second is water finds its own level.
Water at rest is level. So water finds its own level is true. Just like when you go to a lake and it's at rest, it's level. Look at that. Is that curving to you? No, water does not curve. It's level.
Flatzoid there doing the classic Flurf thing of always confusing level with flat.
This is called physics. That's why they have water levels when they do construction of big buildings. Sometimes they even create their own little water level of like 100 meters or something, literally from the ground, and fill it with water so they can have a level of 100 meters when doing construction. Why is this, Dave?
Probably because over 100 meters, the curve of the massive Earth in comparison is negligible.
Is it because the water curves, or is it because water finds its own level?
Well, it does do both, to be fair, depending on the distances involved. Over 100 meters, you won't detect the curve, but over 100 miles, you will.
You know, this does also fall under relative density disequilibrium.
Oh no, not that one again. We've done that one to death, Flatzoid.
The second phrase is completely meaningless, so the fact that you all say that exact thing verbatim is just one of the many demonstrations that you all blindly repeat what you hear without giving it a moment's thought.
Spot on, Dave. And this has been proved time and time and time again every time you hear a flat earther say that there cannot be an atmosphere without a container.
As for the first phrase, stating that water doesn't curve is at least a coherent thought.
Okay. First of all, problem. Telling us the second part of the statement is not relevant and it doesn't mean anything. It's the same statement as water doesn't curve, because level does not curve, Dave. It's no part higher than the other.
Well, actually, level does curve. If something is always a certain level above water, let's say for example a piece of rope, then after a while that rope will begin to curve. It will curve yet remain the exact same height above the water.
Must I go and get a definition for level now as well? Level, a horizontal plane or line with respect to the distance above or below the given point.
And he just debunked himself right there. A line with respect to the distance above or below a given point. The exact example I just gave a minute ago.
Does a horizontal line curve, Professor? No. Having a flat horizontal surface, Professor Dave. Okay? So, when you state things like it doesn't curve, water finds its own level, you are stating the water from point A to point B is a horizontal plane. Okay, just had to point that out.
However, it is dead wrong. Put a drop of water on a piece of wax.
This little droplet have what you call surface tension.
Yes, but it does debunk the point that water doesn't curve. It doesn't say large bodies of water don't curve, it says water does not curve. These photos clearly show otherwise regardless of the explanation.
There's little fine particles and dust and stuff holding onto. It's holding it. It's like having a group of people holding hands together. You are linked together and you create a circle. It's simply that. It's all the air pressure. Remember, Heinz? Air pressure is greater than that little droplet with the little dust particles on it, which is giving it water tension.
Probably the worst explanation for surface tension I have ever heard.
Hence why it's that way. Now, if you had to add another droplet to it, see, it's already starting to what? Find its own level. The more water you add to it, the more pressure it creates, the more it's going to get level. That's why hence it finds its own level. Keyword here, find, Professor. Well, not Professor Dave.
Wax paper or a leaf. What does it look like? A freaking sphere.
This is the type of arguments you get from these guys. This is it. I haven't really seen any. How can I put it? I haven't seen anything of value from this guy presented, and we're on number 3 already.
Well, how about this? This is a blob of water in the International Space Station. Now, of course, this is also water tension, but crucially, why does it have that spherical shape? Why not rectangular or a flat shape? Think about that, Flatsoid.
This is a guy that calls himself a professor, for Pete's sake. And he can't even bring up an argument that brings any logic and value to it.
It had plenty of value and logic, but you just can't grasp the argument as usual, matey.
It's insane.
Isn't that something? In your haste to mindlessly parrot what you heard from flat earth priests about water, you forgot to look at water.
Again, Dave, air pressure around it. Little dust particles. It's called water tension. It's a droplet of water, Dave.
I'm not sure what's funnier, the fact that Flatsoid doesn't understand Dave's argument, or that he thinks surface tension is caused by dust.
When do you take a water droplet and measure your level with the water droplet?
Water curves, my friends.
Okay. Water curves, guys, because of water tension of a droplet, guys. This is now water curves.
But it does. It's on the screen right there. I'm not sure why you're laughing.
Show me an ocean curving, please.
Now, that's a different question, Flatsoid. Here you go, by the way.
Look at this curved meniscus. Look at these waves.
Do you see how he has to go past it really quickly? Oh man, I hope I can get into it quickly. Curved meniscus. What is this container it is in? What is going on? Is it not having some tension on the sides, hence it seems to be curving?
A meniscus is more to do with water's adhesion than surface tension alone, Flatsoid.
And why is it curving the wrong way, Dave? Maybe that's why you had to quickly just poof. pass it by for the people.
Again, you're missing the point here. You say that water doesn't curve, and Dave is just showing examples where it does.
This curved meniscus. Look.
A curved wave. It's a moving water. Water finds its own level at rest. That's why you don't have the word rest in here. Is that why? So that's kind of dishonest, don't you think?
No, I don't, because it doesn't say water finds its own level at rest, does it?
Because I'm not going to say you're too dumb to know it's rest, because at least you have an IQ 1 greater than Sean Hawkins, so you do know it at rest. But you're going to leave that out, you know, because it's moving, that means it's not at rest. Dave?
Look at these waves. Water curves all the time. Water is not magic. It is subject to influence by external forces.
Yeah, like air pressure, containment, temperature change, phase changes. Yeah, that's why they say at rest. Water lies level at rest.
Flat earthers trying to be scientists is just the funniest thing, isn't it?
It seeks its own level. So when it seeks its own level and it becomes at rest, it lays perfectly level, flat, horizontal, plane.
Just like all other matter. With a spherical water droplet, that's the electromagnetic force. Water molecules make hydrogen bonds with one another, which in this context we refer to as cohesive forces. That's why water has a very high surface tension. And
he just debunked himself, guys.
He really didn't. I've had enough of Flatzoid for this one. Yet another 10 minutes of Flatzoid failing to understand an argument and then dishing out word salads left, right and centre. Look, I've had a lot of fun doing these, and there is more if you want more. Just let me know in the comments. But for now, we're all done and dusted for another Flat Earth Friday. Thank you so much for watching. It truly is appreciated. If you enjoyed it, please do consider subscribing to the channel. We're on the march to 500,000 now. Hopefully we'll get here by 2025. And if you really enjoyed it, hit that like button too. Just enough time to once again thank Raycon for sponsoring today. Remember, click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/SciManDan and you can get 15% off site-wide using the code HOLIDAY. I've been SciManDan. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday for the return of Mr. Nathan Oakley. See you then.